Hey, Frank Paris here. Just want to give you a little instruction in the Collector's Workshop Khyber Kobra mechanism. I restore and refurbish these guys for magicians who own the Khyber Kobra by Collector's Workshop. It is supposedly the holy grail of magic props as far as snake baskets are concerned, and usually use this in a comedy routine. And what happens is you have a snake basket and you pull a deck of cards out of your pocket and you ask a spectator to select a card. Of course, he selects the card and you tell them you have a pet snake who is going to find the card. So you bury the card back in the deck. You place the deck, you lift the lid on your basket, you place the deck in the basket, and of course the snake comes up with a card, but it's not the right card. Okay, and you tell the snake, go back down, find the right card, and be neat about it because, the last show you made a mess. Go find the card. Of course, at this point, the cards come flying out of the basket. And so I said, be neat. Just look for the card, bring up the right card. Because the second time you say that, more cards come flying out of the basket. This happens one more time. And then finally, the snake comes back out with a card in his mouth, and it is the right card. So that's basically the mechanism. And what makes it all work? Well, this is a cam-driven system. It uses micro switches. These are micro switches. And this is a cam motor here, and this is the cam. And this cam spins around, or goes slowly, actually, and activates these micro switches, okay? And so basically you want to start off by setting the system up. And it's very simple. It's not hard at all. If you come up here and you look, you have three different settings, 1, 2, and 3. You've got manual, you got auto, 4. Auto, you got set and run. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the 3-position toggle switch, okay, into manual, and then you're going to bring the other 3-position switch here over to set, which is right here. You're going to pull them both down, okay? So let's do that, but at the same time, let's see how the cam gets set up. So I'm going to hit the switch, and look what happens. That's what happens. It brings the cam over to this position. All right, just past this first toggle, this first micro switch. There is a second micro switch underneath there, so it's going past the first one. All right, there you go. So now that's all set. Now you want to bring the switches back to the position for performing. So you would take and put the switch, the auto switch, into auto, okay? And then you would take the run switch and put it in the center. When you're ready to perform this, you're going to take this toggle switch. After you've selected the card and put the deck into the basket, you're going to tell the snake to find the card. And as you do that, you're going to hit this run switch, okay? But we're not going to do that just yet. All right, so now we got a few more setups to go. The card that's going to be their fourth card is the second card, okay? That's going to be the second card. The first card's going to be the wrong card. I'm going to go back down and get that card. Okay, but here we have the card shooter, which is something that you want to set up also. And we bring that card shooter down, and we're going to lock the first spring-loaded card shooter like so. We're going to do the second one. And we're going to get that straight down too. All right, and then just bring the slide over and lock that one in. And then we're going to do the third one. And we're going to bring that over and lock it in totally. So now you've got all 3 of the card shooter spring-loaded mechanisms. Here's the springs back here. You can see them. All right, locked in. Okay, and then you could take some cards. I take, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 cards. I usually use about 3 or 4. I don't try to stuff the thing because I don't want it to get jammed up. And you're going to just lock these cards in here like so into this little slot. Okay, let's see if I can get the rest of these guys in here. Okay, so we're going to do the second one right into the slot. Here we go. And then the third one. And you may want to do this for, just before your show. Get it all set up. And once you got all this set up, you're good to go. All right. So now, sometimes what I do is I rubber band these guys. Just tie a rubber band around them, right about there. And then when I get to the show, I just pull them out. But there's going to be a lot of bumping around and going around in and out of cars and bringing in your equipment and that kind of thing. So you really want to just take this mechanism out of the basket, reset all of the cards and that kind of thing. This is already set, so you don't have to do anything with this. This is where it should be, okay? But make sure it's there, because if it's not, you're going to have to go and reset it, okay? And that's basically it, okay? And the way the mechanism works is, now this is in your basket, and your switch up here is in the center. Your run switch is here. So the routine is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask somebody to volunteer to pick a card, and they pick a card. You take the card buried in the deck, take the deck, stick it into the basket. Okay, open up the lid, stick the deck into the basket, and ask the snake to find it. And as you go in, you're going to hit the run switch. So when you hit that run switch, the cam is going to start. You can see the cam is starting. All right? And now what's going to happen is the snake is going to come up with the wrong card. The snake is coming up, and it's the wrong card. Let's see, maybe this is the card, ladies and gentlemen. Let me look at the card. No, that's the wrong card. Go back down and get another card. Okay, so the snake goes back down to get another card. But look what happens now here. Okay, the cam is going to hit the spring-loaded mechanism, and it's going to make cards go flying out of the basket. Watch that again. Oh, there you go. They come out real fast, so... All right, here's the third one. Okay, that's good. There goes a bunch. And then, of course, at the end, the snake comes back up. Okay, and he brings the right card out. Ladies and gentlemen, miracle of miracles, there's the right card, because you force the king of clubs, of course, obviously. All right, and because you come back down, and that's the end of it. Okay. Now, a couple of little other points, okay? You would put this in manual, okay? So that would go in a manual, all right? And you would be able to, at this point, control where that snake goes once it's in manual using this 3-position toggle switch. Bringing it forward would make the snake go up. Put it in the center, it stays up, okay? And then you would push it inward, and it would make the snake go down. That's in case you want to load the cards. So that's that, okay? And then, of course, we want to reset this. We want to reset this cam. So what we're going to do is put it in manual again and put it in set. And there we go. We're all ready for the next time. This would go into auto and leave it in auto, okay? And then, of course, you have this in the center, and when you're ready to run it, okay, you would hit the run, which is right there. There's the run. You would just push it forward, okay? And that would be, of course, you would set up the cards again and that kind of thing. And maybe there's a couple of residual cards that didn't get thrown out of the thing, okay? Don't overload this guy right here, because if you overload that, that's going to be a problem for your snake basket, because the cards may just go flying all over the place and jam up something. But I doubt it, because these springs are pretty strong. Okay, and that's basically it. Just another note or two about this. The wiring is the wiring. You don't need to touch any of the wiring. There are 3 D-cell batteries in here. Okay, I would test these batteries, against a voltmeter to see if they're in good shape, because you may want to do a show and you may come and you didn't change the batteries or something. But try to take care of that problem. Bring some extra batteries, some D batteries. Test it at the show. It's simple to test. I just showed you how to do it. And that's basically it. There's nothing else to tell you about it. And this is Frank Paris, over and out.